Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Elvin De La Rosa. He's a defensive back out of Fayetteville State. How's your day going, sir?
I'm doing good, Jimmy. Just getting out of practice. How you doing?
Doing well, man. Been a good day out so far. Um, I realize, we've actually done this before. We tried to sit down and actually do this last year. And obviously a whole lot's changed since then. But for the people who haven't watched that video yet, let's try and get, help them out a little bit. Give them a kind of a brief summary of your career, if you don't mind.
Um, I'm from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I played at Parkland High School. I played my first year playing football was my freshman year. Very first, I never played Pop Warner. It was a lot of learning. There's a lot of learning and riding the bench. So I had to really sit down with myself and really learn how to play football. Uh, my sophomore year of high school, I tore my ACL. It was just a plant. And that really sat me down and really opened my mind up to actually get into my playbook and actually learning the game. And I've seen a lot of developmental. I see myself develop throughout the years. Going on to my junior year, my senior year. My senior year, I was a late bloomer. I was getting recruited by Richard Hayes, who was the new head coach at Fayetteville State at the time. First year head coach actually, and he actually gave my only full scholarship, and I took it and I ran with it.
Well, obviously you ended up getting there at Fayetteville State. For people who don't know, Fayetteville State, HBCU in Division two ranks. But you guys have actually had a lot of great success. You actually have a very good defense there. If people don't already know about that, so awesome, awesome team you got out there. So, like you said, ended up at Fayetteville State. I have you listed in my notes as defensive back, but tell me exactly what kind of defensive back you are. I'm gonna have you listed about 6'1", 200 pounds. But tell me about what kind of defensive back you are out there on the football field.
I'm a versatile defensive back. You can plug me in anywhere you want to. I'm aggressive. I know how to cover. I come down. I'm a for sure tackler. I played cornerback my first 2 years. My freshman and sophomore year, I was rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. My freshman year at corner. My junior year, I made the transition to safety. Um, there was an injury in our defense, so I had to play a little bit of nickel in our defense in our 4-2-5 nickel. Now my senior year, I'm back at the top, at the rooftop at Rover. Basically in the 4-3, it'll be a backside wheel. But making that adjustment and being more of a vocal and leader in the back end and communicating with my peers.
Gotcha. So, obviously, kind of like you said, you've been fairly versatile there and used a lot of different, ways. Again, some of the highlights, as you had mentioned, you came in being rookie of the year, for your conference, which I think is great. And just kind of always, being that one, steady guy there, for your team. So, I like that. Uh, more or less, I think I have you in my notes, kind of as a free safety, not trying to necessarily, put you in a box, so to speak, and say this is the only thing that he's able to do. But I think that most people kind of have you in that range. But again, like you said, that's not pigeonholing you into that. You have played corner. Sometimes you are coming down in the box or playing single high and all that stuff. So anywhere and everywhere in between, people can see you out there. So
Mhm.
think that that's great. You were talking a little bit about you as a leader out there. Tell me what kind of leader you are. Are you a team captain right now or no?
They haven't called out the team captains, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be one of those guys when I'm out there because I am one of the I am seen as one of the leaders out there, and I carry myself as such.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of that just comes with, you are one of the more experienced guys out there. So, I mean, and I think that, you go out there, you have a lot of success like you have. And, even if you don't have that, you know, thing next to your name listed, specifically as a captain, you're still one of the leaders out there on the field. So, you said that with regards to you as a leader, you have been becoming a little bit more vocal, right? Is that kind of what you're getting
Yes,
at?
sir. Yes, sir. My first 3 years actually, I wasn't really much of a vocal leader. I was actually like just quiet. I was a quiet guy to myself, just trying to lead by action. But just having talks with my coaches and stuff, and actually understanding my role in the team actually made me challenge myself to get out of my shell and actually be more vocal. And I started to see that people actually do listen to me. That gave me the confidence to keep going.
Cool. So does that mean like you're kind of a shy guy, or at least you were at one point or another? Is that what you're
Yeah,
getting
like
at?
I'm really like a little bit. I'm a little bit like antisocial, just a little bit, and I don't really like speak too much. I just let other guys speak. I don't like talking too much because I feel like people lead by their actions more than their voice.
So when you're not the guy actually, hyping up the crowd there for the Broncos, I mean, what are you? Who is the guy there on that on your defense? Like, who's the one guy that's like I don't know, like one of the loudest guys out there?
Oh shoot, I could tell you my D tackle his name QB. He definitely one of those guys that's gonna be loud, have everybody laughing and turn in defense.
Awesome. Tell me about a couple more of those guys, because I know some of those guys are on a lot of people's radar. So,
Uh,
who are some of the? Go ahead.
Josh Williams, he's a cornerback. He's actually on the Senior Bowl watch list right now. He's one of those guys that get us turned, get the DBs turned, as well as myself. I as much as antisocial I am, I do get out my shell and I do show the real me. And I'm a pretty like hype person when it comes to the football field. I feel like that's why I love football so much because it I could express myself with football. You know what I'm saying? Like it brings something out of me that I don't normally you don't normally see outside of football. Like I'm really reserved outside of football, but when I'm in football, like I'm that loud person. I'm that loud. I'm not high energy person.
Right. Well, I mean, I think I'm gonna tell you, man, what's gonna happen is, you got your buddy Joshua Williams on that Senior Bowl watch list. You're gonna have scouts in the fans watching him, but a lot of people are probably gonna end up turning their eyes towards you a little bit because I mean, you got yourself, some decent size, some great speed. I mean, I know you have like a 4.5 40, which I think is awesome. So you take that 40 time, you get a guy out there who's versatile enough to pretty much play all over. I mean, I think a lot of scouts are maybe going to turn towards you a little bit. So, what would you have to say to those scouts? I mean, how do you feel about that kind of attention?
Hey, I'm coming. I'm coming. That's what I gotta say to some scouts. I might not have been one of the people that were blessed to be named as one of the Senior Bowl watch lists, but I told my boy Josh Williams, I told him that I was gonna be one of them 15 at the end of the year that's gonna be selected that
Yeah,
weren't in the watch list.
yeah. I mean, again, like I think the sky's the limit for you. I mean, I think there's a lot going for you. Um, one of the things that was really upsetting last year, and I think, obviously it's still going on. It's this pandemic. So, pandemic kind of hits the world. Everything shuts down March of last year, and including also like, your entire season, man. I mean, how did this whole thing like really affect you? I mean, how did you stay motivated during that time?
I really thought we was gonna be playing during COVID. We didn't know till I want to say end of July that we wasn't playing that our conference wasn't playing. So I was pumped up. I was in quarantine, just doing a whole bunch of push-ups, 52 car push-ups, getting my body right, and just getting my body right for the season. And it was just heartbreaking when we figured out that we wasn't playing.
So is there any like thing like in particular that you've been trying to get a little bit better at, or maybe focusing like one particular part about your game, in order to really take that next step this year?
I'm trying to get better. I was trying to get better on the mental side of the game, trying to learn what the player beside me has instead of just knowing what I have. And that has slowed down the game for me so much, just knowing what the person beside me has, just the mental aspect of it, just looking at alignments of the offenses, tendencies, uh, down and distance, just learning the mental side.
Cool,
'Cause
cool.
I got it all down pat physically.
Gotcha. Walk me through like your normal like game prep, man. Like, what does the game prep look like for Elvin De La Rosa? Like, whether it be you, studying film, getting into the weight room, or what have you. Just kind of walk through like a typical week for me.
Typical week would be waking up 5:40 and 5:30 in the morning, because we got practice at 7. Wake up at 5:30, make me some oatmeal and a couple of boiled eggs. Grab my Pedialyte, start walking down to the facility. Go in the training room and ask for the card to go into the little weight room and get in the treadmill, get my legs warmed up before practice, and get my hips right, get my glutes and my hamstrings activated for when practice starting stuff and be all stretched out. Then practice, and after practice, you know what I'm saying, you go to class, and then after class you go to meetings, and you just do it all over again the next day. And try to get some meals, 3 to 4 meals in between throughout the day.
Gotcha. So, I mean, I remember at one point or another you were telling me like, about how you got to get after it, also in the weight room. I think last year you told me that you were able to do somewhere between 18 and 20 reps of that 225. Um,
Yes.
what's your what's your tell me about your approach there in the weight room. Is there like a favorite lift there that you got?
I like hand cleans a lot. I like hand
Okay.
clean. Hand clean my favorite, just the form, just the everything about it. Bench is my one of my favorite, my go-tos as well.
Cool. I think it's great. I mean, again, you get a guy who's very powerful guy, throwing up that weight. I mean, whether it's hang clean, power clean, or the bench. I mean, a lot of explosion there. I think with a lot of that stuff and showing your upper body strength, which I think is
So,
great. Um, Tell me about maybe your most memorable moment. Your most memorable moment out there. Whether it be like that, freshman season coming in, winning, defensive rookie of the year, or any other game. What? Give me like one moment. Like, just give me like a nugget of of your playing time, if you don't mind.
definitely like a memory, like a play.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely my freshman year when we played Wingate. Down. We played them in Fayetteville. I had caught a pick and took it back from the 50-yard line all the way to the house. And we was up 14-7 on them. The cannons hit. We was lit, but we just couldn't punch the nail in the fourth quarter and finish it off. They ended up coming back on us and winning the game by a field goal. As well as my junior year, this past year, first game, Benedict, setting the tone. I wanted to set the tone for the year, and the offense, they couldn't score, so we had a second quarter. Coach said we had to make a play. I came down. It was inside zone. I came down, made the running back fumble for a TFL. My homeboy Krishan Springs came down for a scoop and score and took it to the house, and that was the first TD of the year by the defense. That really sparked something good for the rest of the year.
Awesome, man. I mean, again, I mean, I know you've had a lot of great moments. I mean, I think that again, like sky's the limit for you guys this year. I mean, with a lot of great teammates coming back. I mean, gonna have a great defense for sure. Let's just step outside of football a little bit, get to know who Elvin De La Rosa is. So anything really you want to talk about? I mean, whether it be you as a student or just kind of maybe your hobbies and interests, just kind of in general. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, ain't too much though. My whole life really revolves around like football in school. You know what I'm saying? It's been like that since high school. But um, stuff I like to do outside of school, outside of football, is just hanging around with my friends and family. They keep me level. They keep me level, situated, and stuff like that. Um, I like going to Six Flags and stuff like that. I like riding rides, roller coasters. Um, I'm a porch guy. I like to sit on the porch. I like to sit on the porch on my mom's rocking chair because I remember when I was little, just she would be sitting on the rocking chair and I'd sit on her lap and I go straight to sleep. So I think I got an old soul. Just like to see the ducks go by.
Cool, man. I got a question for you, just kind of coming to mind here. What's your favorite movie? You have a favorite movie that comes to mind for you?
I want to say Lion King.
Lion King.
Lion King, all
Why?
that.
Why Lion King? What's the whole story behind that?
Uh, it was my. It lives rent free in my head like since I was a child. Like from all the musical plays and all that stuff. It just lives rent free in my head.
Cool, cool. And what's your vibe, man? Like, what do you have going on, like like on your playlist, like the day of the game? Like, who's your go-to music artist?
My go-to music artist is it's NBA YoungBoy, NBA
All right.
YoungBoy, Rod Wave, Lil Baby, Kevin Gates. I got a little bit of everything. I'll probably throw in some bachata, because I'm Dominican, so I'll probably listen to some salsa, bachata, a little mixture of everything.
Hey, man. I mean, you got to go back to your roots a little bit. I mean, hey, I mean, you got to bring in that Dominican as well, which I think is cool. Um, since you're Dominican, is there like a Dominican dish? Like if I were to come over to your house, like you were to make something for me, like what'd be like the one thing that you would say, Jimmy, this is the one thing you got to eat?
Plátano frito con salami. So it's fried plantains with salami, and you add like a little extra fried cheese, like some cooked cheese on
All
there.
right. Sounds good, man. Well, I mean, it's almost dinner time for me, so I mean, I'm gonna get hungry despite what you're gonna say. But, cool, cool. Um, so I mean, I realize, I mean, again, purpose of this video is that hopefully people get a chance to get to meet you, get to know you as a person and a prospect. Um, I feel like you've got a whole lot of things going for you, but just a couple more questions, just so that we can wrap up. I try and ask everybody the why question. I did that with you last year. I just kind of want to hit it to you again. Tell me your why and your motivation for playing this game.
My motivation for playing this game is my mother. Like I seen her like her hard work, like the work I put into football is a reflection of the hard work she puts in to like her job and to me, because like it's just been me and her. So seeing her work hard just makes me pour everything into football.
Great. I mean, I remember last time we were talking about that. I mean, obviously being in a parent home. I mean, there's a lot of hardship and just kind of sacrifice that I know that your mom's had to go through with. So, I mean, obviously, a huge motivator for you out there on the football field. So, um, I want you now to give your pitch to all those teams out there in the NFL as to why they need to also keep an eye out on you. I mean, you know that they're going to be looking out for for your teammate, but why should they be looking at you and maybe give you a chance at the next level? What would you tell those teams?
I'll tell those teams if you take a chance on me, like you getting a guy that's versatile, who's disciplined, who's really coming in to work and work on himself and wants to get better. Um, as long as I've been playing football, I still feel like I'm learning and I'm eager to learn. That's the most important thing. I'm eager to learn. So I'm eager to keep learning more football because I want to because that just learning more football makes you play faster, makes your awareness faster. That's the main thing.
Right. I mean, I kind of know that we've already talked a little bit about, some of the huge things that you bring to the table. I mean, a very athletic guy. Again, like I said, I mean, I know that you're able to run that like 4.5, 40. Hopefully, get even, better that like as the process moves along. And I also know you got some good upper body strength, which I think also adds to the, you in some of the things that you're able to do. I mean, and you also, again, we talked about your versatility, man. I mean, your versatility is key. I mean, coming and playing like in the box, playing free safety, playing a little bit of nickel, like you were talking to me about. I mean, I feel like there's a lot that you got going on for you. So
Sure.
I wish you all the best this upcoming season,
Thank
man. I mean, I know
you.
I'm so happy that we have a season this fall. You have no idea. Well, I
Man,
mean,
I can't
you
wait.
obviously do.
I can't wait.
Um,
I can't wait for that first game. It's gonna be a lot of emotion gonna come out the first game because it's been like it's gonna be 2 years. When September here, it's gonna be 2 years. So
Yeah. So what can
I
we expect from
can't wait.
you and Fayetteville this upcoming season, man? Close us out with
Definitely,
that.
you could definitely expect a crazy year for me. My name is gonna be out there by the end of this year, and we are gonna win the CIAA championship because we've been back 3 years in a row. We just haven't been able to punch it in. We're looking to set the tone for the freshmen that's coming in because we got a whole bunch of freshmen that's looking up to us, and we got to show them the right way. So just by getting that CIAA championship and getting a playoff run as well, just to show them guys how it's done, will be awesome to me after I graduate.
Awesome, bro. Well, again, I do wish you best of luck this upcoming season. Again, we got Elvin De La Rosa. He's defensive back out of Fayetteville State. Got to keep an eye out for you this season. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Later on.